Alright, what's up guys? We're back with another NFL tier list. My fifth or sixth one at this point, but hey, you know what? It's been doing alright, so we're going to do it again, and this time I'm actually going to do two videos today, so I'm just going to do something quick and easy first while I'm waiting for something so I can do the other video. This is me ranking every NFL team just based on how much I like them for a variety of reasons. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So starting off, we have the New Orleans Saints, and I think that they're chill. I like them. I think they're okay. I don't mind their fan base. They have a great fan base. I've liked some of their players. I think they're good, and I think they're okay now. I think they're chill now. They're kind of fly under the radar now. Next, we have the Miami Dolphins, and I'm also gonna put them in the chill tier because I kind of dislike Dolphin fans. Not all of them, and there's one person in particular who is gonna get offended when I say that, but I don't really like Dolphins fans, but I do like their players. I think Tyreek needs to go to a fucking correctional facility because I swear to God that guy is violent. I heard some stuff about Tyreek. He's a great player though, but I'm not a fan, not really huge about their players, but I like them. They're okay. Baltimore is up next, and originally I didn't really like them, but this is going to be the third one that I put in the chill tier. I didn't really like them before because I didn't like the whole Lamar Jackson holdout situation. I think he was being a little bit dramatic about it, but I think they're all right now. They have a pretty passionate fan base compared to some of the other ones I've seen, so I don't have much to elaborate on them. Next, we have the Bengals, and I'm actually going to put them in the like tier. I actually really like their team. Specifically, I love Burrow. I think he's extremely talented. I believe I ranked him as my second best quarterback in the NFL. I still believe that, despite the season he had last year, riddled with all those injuries. I think that he is still the second best quarterback in football. I do really like T. Higgins. I watched him at Clemson, and I think that he was he was great in Clemson, and you know what? I think he's good now. He's probably one of the best number twos in the league. I love Trey Hendrickson. I love that defense, and especially back when Jesse Bates was in that defense. Elite, so fun to watch. Not even as a bandwagon. I don't call myself a fan, but I did really, really like the Bengals, especially like since 2020 even. Next up, we have the Broncos, and I'm gonna be for real. I don't like the Broncos. I didn't even really like them back then either, especially in the Peyton Manning days. I didn't really like them either, but especially now, what the hell are we doing, yo? I feel bad for Bo Nix, man. He's great, but he's not gonna succeed in Denver. No one succeeds in Denver. I just don't like Denver. I don't like the fans. I don't like the city of Denver, as a matter of fact, but that's not what we're talking about. I don't like the players. I don't really like this. I don't know. There's just nothing good about the Broncos, but I don't despise them. The Giants, obviously, they're in my top three favorites. Obviously, they're my favorite team, so I don't really think I need to elaborate on that. I mean, I literally grew up watching the Giants, and they were my favorite team to watch. Eli Manning was my freaking hero growing up. We got the Vikings. I think that the Vikings are one of those teams that I think this tier is a little misleading. It's not that I really like them. It's just that I kind of silently root for them, and I think that they're actually really chill. I really like their team. But the Vikings, they've always struck me as like a humble, passionate team. The fans are amazing. I think they have a top 5 fan base in football. I absolutely love Viking fans. I've never had a negative interaction with a Vikings fan, unless someone wants to change that today. I just love them, man. But they're not in my top 3 favorites. I wouldn't say that. The Rams, I'm going to put the Rams in probably chill. I think Sean McVay is one of my favorite head coaches in the NFL, and I like Stafford. I think, he's criminally underrated, borderline elite. I believe I ranked him that way in my quarterback ranking video, but Rams, great team. They got their ring. They have nothing left to prove. They're just kind of riding the season, and the fact that they were expected to get like 4 to 5 wins last year, and they made a wild card and almost won a playoff game and they only lost by 1 point. I can't hate. And then next we got the Bucks. I don't honestly I kind of root for the Bucks. I think they're a step below these two guys right here, but at the same time, I think I was one of the only people who said last year that Baker Mayfield still isn't that bad, and no one believed me. And then he's not like a superstar or anything, but Baker Mayfield really proved that he is not bad at all, and I was right. And that's why I kind of silently root for Bucks fans. And not even Bucks fans, but just the Bucks team in general. The Buccaneers, their fans are great though. Their fans are great. I've always liked Bucks fans, even before pre-Brady, during the Jameis Winston days. I think they were always one of the most passionate, I guess, loyal fan bases before that point. Obviously, the Bucks have some bandwagons now just because of Brady, but I still can't take that from them. That's not their fault. Next, we got the Lions, and I want to put the Lions in the same tier as, you know what, I'm going to put them, actually, we're going to make a new tier. We're actually going to make a new tier. I like them for saving my fantasy league. I can't spell fantasy right. Okay, we're not going to change it. I like them for saving my fantasy league because I believe I had Amon-Ra St. Brown. I had a day in fantasy where the Lions defense actually clutched for me. Mainly Amon-Ra St. Brown. I do like them. I'm not going to bandwagon them. I'm not going to say I've been a Lions fan or anything, but I do actually really like the Lions for saving my fantasy league. But I do like the Lions in general, but mostly for the fantasy aspect. Next, we have the Bears. I can't hate, but it's not that I don't like them. It's just that I've been very indifferent to them, and I can't really call them chill because it's just a bunch of new guys on a team, really. And I just don't really like. I don't have any particular feelings about them. I think they're okay. I mean, I think I actually kind of like Caleb Williams despite his zesty like kind of personality. I think he's a great football player, and I think I'm gonna like them more as the year goes on. But until I see more, I just literally can't rank them any higher. 49ers, I'm putting them down here. I think they're fans. I have nothing really against 49ers. I think the players are great. I love Brock Purdy. Like, don't get me wrong. I've given Brock Purdy his flowers. And I love the players. And there's going to be another team that I have to use the same logic for. But I just don't like 49ers fans. And it's not that I don't like 49ers fans. It's not just that. They're okay. They're not the worst fans in the world. The problem with the 49ers is that they destroy all of my favorite teams every year. And you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. They destroy all of my favorite teams whenever they play them. And as for the same logic I was using before, I'm going to put Philly down here. I like the players, but the fans are absolutely despicable. I do not like the fans at all, and I think they're inhumane. I think that they... How do I describe this? We need to section off Eagles fans and throw them away into a jail cell and then throw away the key. I don't like Eagles fans. That's the only reason. Raiders fans, not even fans, but just the team itself, Raiders, I like them. Actually, I'm going to put them up here. I like them. One of my best friends is a Raiders fan, and I've kind of grown to like the Raiders. I do really like Antonio Pierce as a head coach. He was actually a linebacker on the Giants 2007 squad whenever they beat the undefeated Patriots. So I automatically kind of like the Raiders for that because their head coach was literally a defensive piece for a Super Bowl win for my favorite NFL team. So yeah. Green Bay, I think they're chill. They're okay. Jordan Love seems pretty likable. I don't really have any feelings about the team, but I do like them. I think they're okay. Washington, not a fan. Divisional thing. I don't have anything really against them, but I don't like their retirement home strategy because I know damn well it's not going to work. Next up, we got the Cardinals, and honestly, it's going to be kind of weird, but I'm going to put them like up here. I don't know why. I've always liked the Cardinals. I don't know why. They're always trash, except for that 1 year, like 2 years ago. But the Cardinals have always been kind of ass, but I like them. I'm not going to put them in my top 3. They're probably my fourth favorite team, but there are 2 other teams in here I like more. The Steelers. Man, I'm going to put them down here. It's just the fans. And actually, I don't even really like the players that much either. You know what? I'm not going to put the Spies. Philly's going to be the only team that's down here, but I'm just going to put the rest of these guys and don't really like them all that much. Buffalo, one of my favorite teams. Again, it's always been a close tie with the Giants. I like them. I think I started liking the Bills in like 2015 because of Tyrod. That was about it. I didn't really know much else about them. I was young. Obviously, I didn't really know too much about the team, but I just grew to like them. And then I believe it was 2019. I just really started liking the Bills. And now we're in the day where I think the Bills are actually starting to get back down to underrated. So that's very interesting. it's going to be weird because I still think the Bills are Super Bowl contenders, but people don't think that for some reason. Just because they lost Diggs and some injured defensive players, I don't agree with it. I think that they're still just as good as they were. We get the Falcons. They're chill. I want most people are going to put them in the team where they like them because they pity them because of their Super Bowl choke, but I don't really have any pity for them. They deserved that, if you ask me honestly. They easily could have won that, but they didn't. I don't like the Falcons organization for the draft picks they make. Now, I've kind of grown to like the Michael Penix pick a little bit because I guarantee you they're not going to keep Kirk for all 4 years. And I really want to see the contract specifically. I want to see what that contract looks like specifically because I bet they front-ended a lot of that money towards his first 2 to 3 years. And I guarantee you they're going to like cut him in year 3 or at least like trade him for like at least some good compensation. Because they're not going to sit Michael Penix for 4 years. They're just not going to do it. It's not going to happen. It's probably going to be another Jordan Love situation. And we got the Falcons. We got the Seahawks. I don't really like them. Nothing wrong with them. They just don't really. I just don't really like them that much. Nothing to say, really. Patriots, they're chill. Especially now. I think they're kind of chill. They've kind of chilled out, especially after, the Tom Brady dynasty. And next we got the Browns. I don't despise the Browns. Actually, no. I'm going to put them in chill simply because they actually have a lot of players that I like. I like Nick Chubb. I like Amari Cooper, David Njoku. I don't really like Myles Garrett all that much. And I definitely don't like Deshaun Watson. But they have Jameis Winston now. So, yeah, be excited for that, Browns fans, because I guarantee you Deshaun's not going to be playing the whole year. Next we got the Texans. I'm gonna put them in chill, and the reason that I'm not gonna bandwagon them and like root for them because I think that we need to see this supposed God squad actually produce results before we can actually really say whether this is the team that we need to hype up and that we can really root for because they built a good squad on paper, but we need to see how it pans out. Next up, we have the Kansas City Chiefs, and despite them being like an annoying dynasty, I have to put them in chill because I like to see greatness. I really like to see greatness. It's always good to see a dynasty be formed. I absolutely love that, and I don't get the people who say that they don't want Mahomes. And I'm not saying like Mahomes should be handed Super Bowl wins every year. I'm just saying the dude goes out there and he earns those Super Bowl wins. He is the most clutch quarterback in the league. Now, he doesn't have Brady's clutch. I'm not going to say he's as clutch as Brady, but this dude is the best quarterback in the league. And I'm not like, I just don't like when people talk about like, oh yeah, no, he doesn't deserve those Super Bowl wins. Like, yes, he does. He literally grinded through them. There's no world where you can tell me that Mahomes didn't earn those Super Bowl wins. And not just Mahomes. We're going to talk about Travis Kelce, talk about, despite how mediocre it was, the receiving corps, they did their part. The defense definitely did its part. It was a great defense. And Andy Reid, let's talk about Andy Reid. Andy Reid, greatest head coach of all time. There, I said it. He is the greatest head coach of all time. Or at least he's top 3 all time. I don't know how to feel about that. Dallas, this is going to be kind of weird to some people, but Dallas, I'm actually going to put in my top 3 favorite. They're probably my 3rd favorite team. Or 2nd, and the reason is just because like I grew up kind of watching both the Cowboys and the Giants. I didn't really understand the concepts back then when I was a kid of division rivals, and I've just kind of grown to like both of them. I just root for the Giants more. Like they're my team, and whenever they're playing the Cowboys, I'm gonna root for the Giants to win. But as long as we can, as long as we beat Dallas, I don't care. Which, granted, we haven't really beat Dallas at all. Literally, we haven't beat Dallas in years, even once. I think the last time we beat Dallas was in like 2020, but we're not going to talk about that part either. The Chargers are a team that I very heavily like now, and I'm going to tell y'all one reason. The only reason that I like the Chargers a lot is because of my TCU guys. TCU is my favorite college football team, and basically, like I believe, like four players recently have been drafted from TCU onto the Chargers. Maybe 5. I know it was Max Duggan, QB, 3rd string, Quentin Johnston. Obviously, he was a bit of a bust, but I still love Quentin Johnston. And Darius Davis. They have their center. I believe their center was drafted to the Chargers as well. I can't even remember his freaking name off the top of my head. But yeah, I love my guys. I hope to see my guys succeed, and I'm really excited to watch the Chargers this year, y'all. I'm really excited for it. Next up, we have the Jets, and the Jets I'm also going to put up here, and that's just because they used to be one of my favorite teams of all time. I just lost faith in them whenever they went like 2-15, and I was like, what am I watching? Like, I feel embarrassed to be a Jets fan. I'd go out and tell people, like, people we talk about sports and be like, oh, I'm a Jets fan, and then be like, what the fuck, what's wrong with you, bro? And I'm like, now I just feel ashamed. I don't even feel good anymore. I like the Jets. I just lost faith in them, and I actually love Aaron Rodgers. I don't care how much of a conspiracy theorist he is. I love him. I love his personality, his game. It's a great generational top 10 all-time QB. So what can you say about that? Carolina Panthers, they're chill. I like them. I don't think they are going to be as bad as they were last year. I think they're actually going to be great, and I think the fans are great too. I have nothing against the fans. I don't really like the front offense. I can't even speak today. Office. I think they're okay. I like them. Tennessee Titans, on the other hand, they're chill. I don't want to put them up there. Actually, no, I'm just going to leave them down here. I was thinking about it, but I'm going to leave them down here. Next, we have the Colts. Oh, man, I don't really have any. I feel very indifferent about the Colts. I don't have anything really against them, but I think the fans are okay. They're okay. The players are good. The coach is good. I love Shane Steichen. Jaguars, on the other hand, I'm also going to put them down here. I just don't really, I'm not crazy about the AFC South. I have no teams in the AFC South that I'm really like crazy about. I'm absolutely gung-ho about. But this is probably my ranking. This is just a quick little video just for fun, you know? Let's just have some fun with it. Have some people question my logic, you know? So that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and there's going to be another video coming out later today, either afternoon or probably later tonight. And it's going to be a college football 25 video. So yeah, I hope you guys watch that one as well, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see y'all later. All right, see ya.